What is this really about on illegal immigration? Well, if you listen to the left and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, this is all about everything that you're seeing on the streets. It's about love.
I think it's important to tell the whole country that this is not just about resistance here in Minneapolis. It's about love. We are showing something far more powerful and consequential here, which is love.
All right, love, yes. But here's the problem with your compassion and love. It knows no bounds. It's unconditional. The system, unfortunately, is conditional, and it breaks. It breaks when it's put under tension of scale. Housing, integration, unemployment, criminal activity, all impacted in Sweden. And the social contract of one of the countries in the world that was often described as the happiest broke. The social contract destroyed. By 2025, Sweden reverses course. They're rewriting policy to discourage asylum seekers, to reduce migration. It's an uncomfortable truth. Compassion without capacity collapses. And in this case, collapses a nation. Take a look at the headline about Sweden. Sweden wants to pay refugees $37,000 to go home. This reflects the radical transformation in the Scandinavian country once open attitude toward newcomers. Everyone can see that, even if you're a Democrat. You can see crime on the streets. You can learn the lesson of Sweden and Europe. So why would Democrats push down this same path? And the answer is quite obvious, answering our big question of the day. It is self-preservation. The party does not want to lose on this issue because it means losing votes. Take a look at the 2030 forecast for the census. It predicts states like Texas and Florida gaining seats, while states like California, Minnesota, and New York losing seats. That means President Trump, with this map, would have smoked Kamala Harris without the Rust Belt, without the blue wall. It means Democrats are in real trouble of winning future election.
They want to have a bunch of illegal immigrants in this country because it helps them protect the structure. They don't want to lose electoral votes. Well, if people are moving out of their states, what's the way they can increase their population? Import people. This is why they're fighting us enforcing our immigration laws so aggressively, because it is existential for them in many ways.
Which is also why they won't turn over voter rolls, as Attorney General Pam Bondi is asking Governor Walz to do. Allow the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice to access voter rolls to confirm that Minnesota's voter registration practices comply with federal law, as authorized by the Civil Rights Act of 1960.
Fox News alert. We were told Alex Pretti was just a peaceful nurse at the wrong place at the wrong time, delivering first aid to an injured protester. Well, we just obtained new video, days before the shooting, of a man who appears to be Pretti being not so peaceful. The Pretti family attorney and family members confirmed to the Minnesota Star-Tribune that the person in the video is Pretti. CNN reported that Pretti had a broken rib from an altercation with federal agents a week before his death. CNN claimed Pretti was just driving around minding his own business when he saw ICE agents chasing an immigrant family down the street. He went after them, jumped out of his car to help the family, then was tackled. Now, if this is the incident, it looks like CNN had bad sources. This video shows the individual with similar clothing and what looks and appears to be a handgun in the same place that it was at the time of the shooting, kicking the taillight out of a federal vehicle in the middle of an apprehension operation, and then violently resisting arrest. At one point, it even looks like he spits at the window of the ICE agent's vehicle. Homeland Security tells us the video's under investigation. This doesn't mean that his shooting a week later was justified. That's still under investigation. But it does paint a different picture of who Pretti was and the kind of violent attacks that ICE and Border Patrol have to deal with while they're arresting criminal aliens. The same thing happened with Renee Good. The media tells us she was just a random woman stuck in traffic after dropping her kid off at school. But later we learned she was a trained ICE Watch warrior out to cause trouble. Again, that doesn't mean she deserved to die. But the media is whipping people up with phony obituaries that don't tell the whole story. It's why Democrats running for office are flocking to Minneapolis for photo ops.
We're just personally paying our respects,
Sure.
my wife and I.
And do you believe that there will be a shift in tone here from the administration after your conversation with the president here on the streets?
I'm not so interested in a shift of tone. We just need them out of here, and we need accountability for what's happened.
Walz is speaking out of both sides of his mouth. On the phone with Trump, he says he's going to work with ICE as long as Bovino leaves and cooperate and hand over the bad guys. Then he hits the streets and tells the press ICE has got to go.
Tom Homan's a professional, which is a lot more than Bovino and Christy Nome. Tom Homan landed last night, and he called me last night and asked if he could have a meeting, and he was there at 9 o'clock. So, look, I think that's progress, but they started this fire, so we're not giving anybody credit for putting it out.
Walz keeps changing his tune depending on who he's talking to because he's under investigation by the Department of Justice. One case for obstructing federal law enforcement, another for Somali fraud. But Trump prosecutors aren't done. Just last night, Homeland Security took down 16 ICE rioters. Pam Bondi flew into town, and she says she's about to bring a boatload of cases. These aren't your run-of-the-mill, salt-of-the-earth, peace and love protesters. These guys are hardcore. The women are gnarly. Even Somalis. This is Nasra Ahmed. We don't really know what she does or who she is, but Minnesota Democrats brought her out.
To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice. It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. You know, people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice.
We're not really sure what that means, but she was just arrested for assaulting federal cops last night. Omar held a town hall, and someone stood up and squirted her with some liquid.
I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He sprayed something on her.
Now, thank God that wasn't some sort of chemical agent. She could have been seriously hurt. CNN confirmed that it was just a little apple cider vinegar. Trump said it wouldn't surprise him if it was an inside job, but so far there's no evidence of that. But the FBI is investigating, and they'll find out exactly what happened.